Interesting is because you're calling on the president to intervene into this, and the ministry actually said they're working on to see how best they can able to resolve this problem, and the students who are left out, to be incorporated into the system for them to have the opportunity to sit the last exam. And time is coming very close.
Interestingly, left with the Ministry of Education alone, they can do nothing. Left with them alone, they can do nothing. I don't trust the minister to solve this problem. I don't believe he has the expatriate to solve this problem. And what was interesting is when I came out when I started talking about these issues, what they did was, instead of addressing the issues, they thought attacking me was a way to keep me off the issues. Well, as a politician, a student politician, all my life, when you attack me, you just embolden me to go in for what the actual facts are. And the actual facts are simple. One, are there students left out? Yes. Even WAEC and the ministry have accepted 30,000. Are there students left out? Yes. 202,000 kids were submitted to be verified for their Becker status. Are there students left out? Yes. Schools who are in the private school who are supposed to take WAS are being left out. So you have three categories of kids left out. Is a caste, which is the reason for them to be left out, as important as the exams. Caste is just continuous assessment. It's only called in for 20 to 30% of the grade what the student is going to have. So for why students like Remy Johnson, who will go to an exam for 70% and even write and get 50% and pass, if the school deliberately or by mistake do not submit their caste, those students can still go into the exam and get their C's and go to university. I am saying this is the future base of this nation. In fact, interestingly, it was when I raised this issue that the ministry pulled out a press release, a memo, that all DDs to go to their various districts, get the names of all the schools, get the number of kids who are supposed to take the exams, who are left out or who are in the system. So I asked myself the questions. So even when they were defending and insulting me, they never even had the data. So my problem is, I think this issue is above the Minister of Education. This is one of the many issues. I have always been one MP that will call on the President. Mr. President, now you call this war for you. You say all man for common na farm for Kalambuk. Then picking we left na farm na Kailau, na Kono, na Moyamba, na Cambia. Now the time this for let them sit to us. Mr. President, they not agree for let them sit. And the number is almost 150,000. For once, I know the President has listened to me. I was the MP who said, looking at the current state of the Kush situation, to address it, we need a situation that calls for a health emergency. He listened to my cry. I am crying again today on behalf of the kids. My kids are not taking the exams this year. But 1,500, 150,000 kids is no small number.
And you also make an allegation of 50% of these numbers, are from, the Northwest and West.
Okay, I think that's where the PR of the ministry maybe was not paying attention to what I said. I said 50% of the schools that are involved in the schools rejected are from the North, Northwest, and Western area. When I was making those analyses, I was being very, very careful not to mislead the public, or for the ministry not to perceive. Because you see, one of the interesting things why most times members of parliament don't speak out. Remember the issue of Tower? When he was green and he spoke out on issues concerning nation, they say, oh, they behave like C7 SLPP MP. When you're red and you raise issue of this concern, oh, now politics, APC no go allow we law, we rule. So sometimes, most good MPs decide to keep quiet. But not me. Me, I'll speak on any issue. Whether it affects government, whether it affects my party, I'll speak on it for the betterment of our nation. These kids, I was expecting, after my analysis, if you want to prove me wrong, let the minister, today what I'm expecting the minister to do in the press conference, let him present the total number of kids that were sent to the Ministry of Education for verification by government and government-assisted schools. Let him present us the list of candidates submitted by private schools. Let him submit to us the list he presented to WAEC, the number of kids. Let him present to us the number of kids WAEC approved, and tell us what is the difference in all these lines. If they are not up to 150,000, I'll come to the public and apologize for misleading the public. I will. But I am saying this issue is more than a press conference now. This issue is more than proving AKK right or wrong. Mr. President, the bulk stops at your desk. And I know one thing, you've always purported to tell us, that when it comes to the welfare of kids, you champion it. When it comes to the welfare of young people, you champion it. It's one to appoint young people to sensitive position, but it's also one to protect the young people who are to succeed us, the very young people that are in position now to take the lead. Let me also say, for this material situation, the Minister of Education is not good for purpose.
And
why would you say that?
You know, and
you know, this situation is not a situation that came overnight. This was a situation that has been in existence for almost 3 months. Almost, he inherited the problem. He came to the ministry meeting this same kind of situation. So what he would have done even before now was to set clear terms and conditions, publish them, take them to newspaper houses, take them to radio stations. You know, sometimes when people go to television stations as PROs of ministries and they talk and they think they've educated the entire country, it's sad. You know how many people in my village have never seen a television station, television? They don't even know if AYV exists. So if you come here, you sit here comfortably with your coat and you're bluffing and you make statements and you think the people in Kagboro are listening to you, you may be deceiving yourself. And most of these entries we are talking about are entries that have to do with IT system.
But I meant to understand, I believe it was in November that the portal was reopened again for 2 weeks.
You know,
so what exactly is the issue?
It's interesting. It's only in Sierra Leone you have portals open, close, portals open, close. In Ghana, the portal is still open. That's what I'm saying.
But don't you think we probably have enough reasons and not to compare with Ghana, because it was reopened as per requested, but some people are claiming that it should be open more than just for 2 weeks.
If you listen to me, I said there are those schools, private schools, who are to pay for their candidates, whose money were not accepted and they were not allowed to access the portal. That's a whole batch of students. You have those who were submitted to WAEC and to Minister of Education. Minister of Education is supposed to deal with their Becky and every other thing to show if they are qualified.
Fine, okay.
Out of that batch, the ministry sent 176,000 to WAEC. 146,000 was approved, 30,000 was not approved. That's another set. You have a set now of, that's almost 90,000. Those who were rejected by WAEC and those who were not sent by the Ministry of Education to WAEC, plus the situation. So when you put out all this, even if the portal is open up to now, you still have almost like 100,000 students who are naturally going to miss out. Are you getting it?
Yeah.
These are they naturally will miss out because, in fact, they have not even allowed them to know their status. If a school has sent in students to Ministry of Education and you've cut down that number to 176,000, those who are left out, have you ever read a piece of why they were left out by the ministry? No. And you think you go into the Ministry of Information press conference today to explain how the principals did not meet up with time, how the schools authority are the problem? For God's sake, waiting at Kakochi on the kids have no crime they've committed. Our interest should be the kids. Solve the problem of the kids. Go punish the principals.
Good afternoon. I want to tell you all Okukushe. Let me start off first of all with a few statements that as Minister of Education, it is definitely the intention to make sure say we're not left, not picking, and not placed behind. Not picking and not placed behind. However, in providing education in the country, we get for dwell within the budget we will get, and at all times we get for make sure say we deliver whatever services we deliver and demonstrate value for money. Now, for putting a day on social media, we are correct. So I want to bear me a little bit. May I cover a couple of things to just set the record straight. First, let us start off with WAEC. WAEC are 5 countries that make all the English-speaking countries in West Africa and in WAEC. So you get Nigeria, Ghana, the Gambia, Liberia, and Sierra Leone. Then 5 countries then they agree, they get a meeting called a convention. This now in set out the rules where they guide all the exams that we'll get in West Africa. It's important that we know this because quite a lot of time they read on social media that the minister will do this, the minister will do that, and the minister can only work within the convention where they set for me. So that's now one thing I want for us to establish very quickly. The other thing I also want to establish is that when we look at the WAS exam cycle, Ghana they out of that cycle they right now. Because during COVID, they decide for opt out of the cycle, so they go address their own issue the way they get now COVID. The reason why I want to clarify that is because sometimes people that go on social media, they see the Ghanaian system not upload and cast yet. They feel to say if they're not able to upload and cast because Ghana don't negotiate their own way out of it. That's not how it works. The 4 countries then continue for then at the same cycle, Ghana is out of it. So another point I just want to make. The third point I want to make is that WAEC, like we get 3 exams the way they administer. They get NPSC, and in NPSC, then several continuous assessments mark the way they get for collect, cash, then get 10%. You also get Becker, then get 20%. Then you get WAS, we get 30%. Now, NPSC for the primary school exam and the junior secondary school exam, now national exam then. The minister gets some say in how they run. When it comes and WAS, now international exam. And let me just clarify why an international exam. When you pass WAS now one of the 5 countries, you get access to universities now all the 5 countries. So therefore, Dande, WAEC, na Ghana, get more control than waiting me as a minister get. It's important because sometimes at the hearing people and they say, but the minister will do this, the minister will do that. I can negotiate, I can lobby, I can try to use all sorts of means to make them see me on side, but by and large, the final decision at Ghana is. I just want to just mention that. Now, let me go to this caste system. What's in a caste? Because again, then in other things, I don't know, we're not correct. There are 2 types of assessments where you get in education. There are 2 main types of assessment we get in education. You get formative assessment. So you identify weaknesses and help them for improve. And a good teacher also use the information from that formative assessment for decide how they teach the beginner. So you will see some techniques that some teacher they use where they take the classroom, they break that into 3 groups. It gets what they call fast learners, medium learners, and sometimes the slow learners. Yes? The fast learner you want for stretcher. Because if you not stretcher, it will lose interest and it will cause you beaucoup problem. The medium learner, if you give a little bit of work, it will pick that work up and you're able to do the work on himself. Now almost a self-dependent learner. And then you get the slow learner that give additional support to or make that beginning learn. This is why assessment is important. And this is why CAS is important. I just want to stress that the other type of assessment is summative assessment. This is now what happens to the end of the year. So you promote somebody from one class to another. And also, in some cases, you left out from one level to the other, so from primary school to secondary school, junior secondary school to senior secondary school. These are summative assessments. Now, let me go back to how the CAS they work. In the old system, you submit CAS at any time. In some cases, in the past, then they submit CAS after the beginning, they'll go through the exam. Then they submit CAS later. But what can normally happen now? Why? Then go withhold the results until you submit that CAS. I want you now to take that day on board. That system day, they give. That system day, you don't stop. They give. in 2016, the council, na Ghana, decide say wetin dey happen, they get a new system wey they call the yearly cash online system. Most of the other countries there, now West Africa, the other 4 countries there, they adopt that system in 2016. Salone no adopt it. Salone be out of that system. 2021, 2022, the council compelled Salone to go into that system. So then PKI will take was this year, 2024. Now then begin this new system. So in this new system, what they do, they use a computer system program which say you will upload cash every year for 3 years until you get to the point where the person will take the exam. If you don't upload cash in year 2, if you don't upload cash in year 1, the system will allow you to go upload cash in year 2. If you don't upload cash in year 1 and 2, the system will allow you to upload cash in year 3. Somehow, when the system was introduced, let me tell you what of them 248 schools and they submit data to the ministry. When you work down there out, the data when they submit to the ministry comes to about 13,000. So that's the one formula we they use for work out the one that we eligible for sitting was we not submit fast. But let me just say one more thing, please. I just beg you, one more thing. Then 173. You remember I tell you say we opened the portal 4 term. The last time when the portal opened, now for convert them 173 people in there, so that all 173 will go to the portal. WAEC provide we with a list of 71 schools, then we make within the situation where they begin load their cash, but they're not going at the second phase of the portal. We contact all 71 schools. 11 of those schools, even we don't contact them, 11 of those schools still not submit. So even after we don't open the portal for the last step, school and they will still not submit. I want you now to ask yourself the question. Why? Why? You know, you can speculate that these are people that are fictitious candidates that they don't put in the system, and therefore they now can't convert them. Because what would they say? If you convert them, you need to change person name. You need to change person name. You know they change person age. So when you ask yourself, why? When they give you the opportunity for make you can upload, you still not upload. So that list when they talk, say the ministry get, it can be anything. It can be even 500,000 if you want to think about that. But that don't mean to say 500 people, 500,000 people don't ever go inside the portal. So I don't want to spend with time too much. They talk about these things. We they work out. But as of now, the formula what they use, the 248 schools and the one that will submit, it work out at 13,000 thereabouts.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. The Honorable Comrade Sakina, Minister of Madam Elby. Last week, a member of Parliament, Honorable KKK, I think I named that, put out a video I will call very irresponsible. In a member of Parliament, Honorable KKK, in a member of Parliament, you get access to it. You get power for comparing, for calculating evidence and data to you. The minister is always open. In video reports, he made claims then, we as lawyers are false, but not to be false claim there. The Honorable will go as far as claiming the number them affected disproportionately than the north and the northwest. In this ministry, we don't continue for say Salon pass to your. You can try to do other things for play politics, but you are not play politics to begin a life and with the future of this country. I'm not going to take a man who I expect for. I'm really sad for see that kind of video there. Because he get power for get the truth. He get access to the facts. But he chose for use propaganda and for make a claim with so discord and division